Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Wisdom channel. This is the first video of Homelab series and I hope by the end of this series you will have your complete Homelab network for your everyday personal use. Homelab is a personal space at home where you set up and experiment with computers, servers, network devices and applications. It's mostly people use as a hobby where you create your own services like file storage. You can host your website. You can host your personal media streaming. Just a quick heads up before we start. So everything we do in this series is for educational purpose only. Modifying operating system carries a risk including data loss. Please double check your steps and always back up your data before you begin. And I'm not expert in the Linux or home lab, so I will be experimenting and there are places where I will be making some errors. So again, please double check and make sure you understand what you are doing. Before we start, we need a foundation, and it's basically we need a OS. And for that, we are going to use Ubuntu Desktop. Ubuntu is an operating system, just like Windows or Mac OS, and it is completely free and open source. And we are going to use desktop edition. And you might be having question that why not a Windows for HAMLab? The reason is that Windows is kind of RAM hungry. It uses more RAM, and the main thing it requires a license. And we are going to install Docker in Homelab, and Docker is mostly optimized for Linux, and all the applications on the Docker are optimized for Linux. To install Ubuntu in the system, you will need a bootable USB drive, and to create the bootable USB drive, you will need three things. First, ISO file of Ubuntu. Second, you will need a 8 GB USB drive. A old pen drive will do. And third, you will need a tool which will flash that ISO into the 8 GB USB. To download the ISO, we need to visit the Ubuntu website. Under the download menu, you can see the download option for Ubuntu. We are going to download Ubuntu 24.0.4 LTS, which has 5 year support, and click on the download button to download the ISO file. The next thing we need is a tool which will flash the ISO into USB. For that, we are going to use Rufus. Go on the Rufus website and download the Rufus exe. Click on the Rufus exe and you will see the menu. On the drop down, you need to select the pen drive, your 8 GB pen drive, and make sure you only select the pen drive, not the drive. In the ISO, you have to select the ISO, Ubuntu ISO. Let the default options for others and click on the start. This will delete all the data in your USB selected device. So make sure you select the correct device in this. This will take some time, and after the flash is complete, plug in the USB into your machine and restart it. As it restart, you need to press a key to get to the boot menu. From the boot menu, select your USB drive. You will see Ubuntu boot screen appearing. Since I cannot record while installing Ubuntu on my physical system, I'm going to install Ubuntu in my virtual machine and we can follow the same step. Once you see the Ubuntu logo, everything from here will be same, and you need to choose your language and your keyboard layout. The next thing should be accessibility, and you have option to try Ubuntu before installing, but we are going to install that without trying. And the next should be how to install, and for this I'm choosing interactive. I'm just selecting default selection because I won't need a bunch of tools. So I'm going with the default selection. And the next screen, you'll see the softwares. So if you are installing in the laptop or any device which has graphic, you need to check all this. For me, right now I'm installing a virtual machine, so I don't need that. And this is the important part, selecting the disk. And if you're not aware, installing a system on disk can delete all the data on the selected disk. So make sure you select the right disk, and before that you always take a backup. Okay, select the disk, click on the, okay, for my case I have given a 21 GB space to my virtual machine, so I will be creating a partitions to install the system. Once partition is created, I need to select the root one and then next. You have to provide your account name and the password, and from here, the last screen that will ask to review your choices. Make sure to check the partitions again. It will delete all the data for selected partition, and then it will start installing. This will take 10 to 20 minutes based on your system memory. So it's a good time to grab a coffee and wait for the next phase. After the installation completes, you will see the Start Now button, and when you click the button, it will ask you to remove the installation media and press enter. So remove your bootable USB and press enter. After the reboot, we see fresh Ubuntu Desktop. Skip the Ubuntu Pro sign up. Skip the diagnostic data. We do not need them. Now press Ctrl Alt T together, or you can also right click and open the terminal. And in terminal, we are going to type some commands. So our first job is full system update. Always do this on a fresh install. Type this one line, sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade y. Ubuntu will ask you for your password. Type it and hit enter. The word sudo just means do this as a admin. If you are going to use Ubuntu in VMware, you can also install VMware tools for Ubuntu. This will allow you to use virtual machine in full screen. Now that the system is up to date, we need a few helper tools. This tool will make our life easy for the whole series. Type this one single line. Let me quickly tell you what each one does. Curl and wget help us download files from the web. Git help us pull code from GitHub. Htop shows CPU, memory, and active task in one clean screen. NetTools give us simple network commands like checking your IP. And OpenSSH server, this is the piece that let us log in remotely from any device in our network. Hit enter and Ubuntu will grab all of them in one shot. One last step, SSH. SSH stands for Secure Shell. It lets you open this machine's terminal from any other device in your house. We already installed OpenSSH server before. Now we just turn it on. And this is the command to turn on the SSH. Now you have to find your system's IP, and for that you can use hostname-i. Note it down, and from your laptop or from your any other device, you can type SSH your username and edit your IP. The only thing you need to keep in mind that your device should be connected with your system through router, or they should be in the same network. And that's it for this video. Your Ubuntu server is live, the system is updated, the tools are in place, and SSH is on. You can access your Ubuntu server remotely. In next video, we will install Docker. If this video helped you even a little bit, please hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I will see you soon.